Have you ever felt this, where you have done all your work, everything that you had intended for, but still feel nothing? You have even scrolled through your phone, yet you feel empty. You feel tired. You are emotionally drained, mentally static, and spiritually checked out. Does this sound familiar? Well, if the answer is yes, you are actually experiencing burnout. And let me tell you, it is not fatigue, it is not stress. Do not confuse with that. It is a burnout. Here's the shocking truth. Burnout is fundamentally an energy crisis. It is not a mental condition, but it is one of the pressing challenges of our today's times. And if you are a millennial or a Gen Z, you are statistically most likely to experience burnout. But what if I tell you that it is not about any productivity hack? And what if I tell you that it has got nothing to do about how you manage your time? Welcome back to this new video with me, Kaustav, at the K Notes, where we unfold several aspects of growth mindset, personal development, and most importantly, by breaking the stereotypes. Because at the end of the day, the aim and the objective for us is to be a better human being, not only for ourselves, but for people around us. So welcome back again. And if you're new to this space, please do subscribe and like and share this content with as many as possible. It will be extremely encouraging. And on that note, let's begin. Well, my burnout felt exactly like this, where I was spiritually checked out, emotionally drained, mentally static. I had all these classic signs of dissociations, agitations, and a total loss of interest in things that I used to love. And I kept thinking, I just need to manage my time better. But my research, and by the way, the data backs this up, showed me that I was dead wrong. The World Health Organization points to the feelings of energy depletion as the core of the burnout. And get this, studies show that how work feels matter more than how much the work exists. It's not about the hours, it's about the energy drain. And you know what the biggest culprit in all of this is? It is the lack of awareness. We don't realize we are having an energy crisis until we are completely bankrupt with the energy. But an interesting perspective is that time is finite. Everybody, you, I, everybody has got that 24 hours, and we need to make the most out of it. The secret no one tells us is that our energy is not finite. It can be expanded, it can be renewed, and repurposed. And that's where the game changes. You just need the right framework to manage it. And that's where the concept of the energy portfolio comes into play, which we are going to unfold in the next few minutes. I'm very sure that you manage diligently your finance portfolio. You ensure that your money is making money. You ensure that you diversify your portfolio so that all of your money is not in one particular basket. But if you shift your perspective exactly from there towards the idea of energy, do you think about your energy as your financial portfolio? Do you think about your energy assets? Do you think about investing your energy into a diverse aspects of things so that it can be renewed and expanded? And that's what this energy portfolio framework will do. But before we do that, let's just understand what are the core types of energies that we need to invest in, or that predominantly exists for everybody. There are 4 types. Number 1 is the physical energy. It's essentially how your body feels. Sleep, nutrition, movement are about the physical energy. Number 2, the mental energy, how you focus and how you have the clarity. It's about the deep work, it's about the deep learning, it's about learning from the mistakes, being mindful. Where are you able to channelize your thoughts? That's about your mental energy. Number 3 is emotional energy, your capacity to kind of feel and connect. Time with joy, with people, setting boundaries, all of this will come under the emotional energy aspect. And the last one is the spiritual energy, essentially your sense of purpose, the why. Hobbies, nurture, volunteering, mindfulness, etc. So, in a nutshell, there are four kinds of energy: the physical energy, the mental energy, the emotional energy, and the spiritual energy. Most of us are over investing in one and draining in the others. So, every activity in your life is either an energy asset that fuels you up across these four energy types, or an energy liability that kind of sucks out of that energy and makes you feel tired, makes you feel checked out, makes you feel dissociated, makes you feel kind of drained. And the step one is to first think about your energy in terms of assets and liabilities, right? Now, the goal is not to eradicate or remove the liabilities completely. That will be impossible. But our goal is to consciously ensure that we are investing in the assets of energies and strategically minimizing our liabilities, the aspects that kind of drain out the energy, to build a much more rich and a balanced portfolio, the energy portfolio. Now, to make this interesting, let me share an example inspired from a true story. Well, let me introduce you to Priya. Priya is a tech professional working in Bangalore, and here's how her typical day before the energy portfolio looked like. 9 a.m. she wakes up after hitting the snooze button 3 times, already feeling behind. Immediately opens up her phone, checks her WhatsApp, and sees an urgent message from a US client sent at midnight. The morning anxiety begins, and that's where the liability kicks in. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. jumps between a project deployment, a colleague asking for a 5-minute help, and a last-minute request from her manager. Gets nothing fully done, feeling pulled in 10 different directions. Major liability. Context switching, like switching hats from one setting to the other. 1:30 p.m. eats lunch at her desk, a tiffin from home, while scrolling through reels and seeing friends on vacations. Feels a pang of FOMO, the fear of missing out, and career FOMO simultaneously. Yet another liability kind of kicking in there. 4 p.m. the daily status meeting drags on for an hour with 15 minutes of actual updates. She zones out, thinking about her long commute back home. A big liability. 8 p.m. she finally logs off, feeling exhausted and guilt for not upskilling. Mindlessly scrolls through Instagram for about 2 hours, comparing her life to others until it's time to sleep and do it all over again. So if you look at this and if you try and make connections, like what is Priya doing or what is Priya experiencing that is either giving her energy or kind of taking that energy out, I highly doubt you will be able to find anything in this run of order that would put energy back for Priya or help her to kind of expand it or even resurface that energy. Well, caffeine couldn't solve problem for Priya. Now let's look at what happened when Priya actually thought about the energy portfolio and applied that into her day-to-day things. Now here's the same day after designing the energy portfolio. 9 a.m. wakes up, and instead of grabbing her phone, she makes sure that for the next 40 minutes she doesn't even look at it. She grabs a glass of warm water with lemon instead, sits for 5 minutes in silence, just breathing, before checking any notification. Now think about it, what's happening. Is this a liability or an asset? 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Protected focus block. She puts her Slack on do not disturb and informs her team she's in a deep work session. She tackles the most critical part of her project without any interpretations. Before she went in, she ensured that she is looking at 3 main things to be taken care of and also removing all the other aspects. 1:30 p.m. she consciously steps away from her desk. She eats her lunch in the cafeteria with a colleague she actually enjoys, having a non-work related conversations. They share a laugh or two and then they get back to their desk. An asset. The emotional or the social fueling that she ensures that happens by cutting off from the work conversations or discussions, having a friend or having a companion to kind of have a laugh about or discuss something else. 4 p.m. That long meeting is still there. But now Priya uses a trick. She volunteers to take the meeting minutes. This keeps her engaged and gives her a sense of purpose in the meeting, turning a positive liability into an active task. Now that's a good strategy to kind of minimize your liability, because if you're doing nothing for about an hour, you'll be freaked out. You'll be checking out mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. You will have no interest. You'll be like, what a burden is this? What a waste of time is this? But instead, when you're put into such spaces where you can't do much, try and see what advantage can you get out of there. 8 p.m. she logs off, feeling tired but accomplished. Instead of scrolling, she spends 30 minutes talking to her parents or playing with her pet. This real connection fills her up. Later, she might watch one episode of her favorite show, guilt-free. And think about this, the spiritual, the emotional aspect of this as an asset instead of a liability. I sincerely hope you are able to see the shift in Priya with the use of the energy portfolio. It's not about working less. It's actually about injecting small, intentional energy deposits into a draining day. Her battery isn't at 1%, it's at 50%. And she has something left for her actual life. Your solution isn't to work more efficiently within a depleted state. It's actually to rebuild your energy from the ground up. That starts with awareness. I've created a simple energy audit worksheet based on this exact framework. It will guide you to first identify your unique assets and your points of liabilities across the 4 energy types of physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. You will find the worksheet in the description box below, and that is also pinned in my newsletter. If you'd want to be updated with these tools and resources, do subscribe to the newsletter as well. Well, in case you're wondering, I did not leave you with any tips and tricks to kind of include. Well, they are very personal. I can tell you to meditate, I can tell you to journal, I can tell you 10 different things that you can include, but those will be coming in from my own experiences. And that is why I want you to audit this for yourself, because the moment your awareness elevates about your energy assets and your energy liabilities, you will know better what to inject through your day, because you know your life, you know yourself in the best possible way than anybody else would. So your one single call to action is to download the worksheet, and in the description, it's your first step to turning this energy crisis into a life balance and renewal. And yes, comment and let me know how was your experience. If there are any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Absolutely game to kind of think through, help and support, give ideas. I don't want to prescribe, but I would love to give you some ideas that will help you to think beyond. Burnout is not your fault. It is not a medical condition. It is not about time management. It is about your recovery, and it is your responsibility, by the way. Nobody will come and help you with that. You are the CEO of your own energy, and you need to start acting like it from today. If this reframe was helpful, pay it forward by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing. This is K Notes, and this is your host, Kaustav. Thank you for being there, and I will see you soon. Meanwhile, do download the worksheet and take care of yourself and people around you. See you soon.